wisdom they say is profitable to direct. No matter how food sweet, if you know say e go choke you, no chop am. Hello listeners, welcome to another episode of News Analysis, where we discuss trending issues and dissect current happenings. On today's episode of News Analysis, the governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, has come out to beg those in the IDP centers to curb the way they get married and curb the way they add additional wives to themselves. He has expressed concerns over the rising cases of polygamy in IDP camps across the state. Governor Zulum laments over polygamy in IDP camp as a man that he knows arrived with just one wife and is now a proud owner of 3 more wives. In a viral video, he disclosed that in one of the internally displaced persons camp in the state, there is one person he personally knows who arrived there in 2012 with one wife but now has 4 wives. Wonders indeed shall never end. You never even hear person finish, it won't pack another problem put for him head. According to this governor, in one of the IDP camps here in Borno State, there is one person I know that came with just one wife into the camp in 2012, but now has 4 wives. He added 3 more wives inside the IDP camp. I beg me kuna help me see wahala. What exactly did these women see that they are going to get married to this man? You are also here for help. The government is feeding you. The government is aiding you. Why garner themselves to this man, except they themselves are looking for extra help? Criticizing the lack of action by religious leaders and politicians, the governor added that these people can't be fed. But which cleric is speaking against it in their sermons, or which politicians speak against it? They will say if they speak against it, the people will not vote for them. And so what if they do not vote for you? The Borno State governor has really gotten offended. And because this issue has been a lingering one for a long time, and politicians and clerics are afraid of the reaction of the people and have therefore remained mute about it. According to the Emir of Kano, he said there was a time when Alhaji Sanusi Lamidu Sanusi spoke about it, and Nigerians heard insults at him. Nigerians came out to blast him, saying he was unreligious, saying he did not know what the Quran said, saying he was going against the holy book. Citing the Quran, the governor said that God speaks about marrying in the Holy Quran, but says that if you do not have the resources, you shouldn't do what? You shouldn't marry many wives. Meaning if you want to marry 4 wives, you should have enough resources to cater for their needs in such a way that these people will not suffer, in such a way that their children will be taken care of, in such a way that they can live independently without having to beg for food. He urged clerics, parents and the government to work together in addressing social issues, particularly street begging. It is no news that this polygamy in the northern part of the country is the biggest reason for the high rate of begging and the high rate of almajiris in the north. Because these people are allowed to marry so many wives, or 4 rather, as the Holy Book states. They go freely and get married, ignoring the parts where they have to actually have the resources to take care of these people. They just get married to 4 wives and leave the raising of the children to the faith of the children. They give birth to so many children. One man with 4 wives can give birth to 20 children, and yet he's neither a farmer, nor a welder, nor a carpenter. The highest he is a keke driver or an Okada driver who is not even doing so well. He does not have the intention of taking care of these children, and last they end up on the streets, becoming beggars, becoming almajiris, filling the whole northern states, and now they have come to the Federal Capital Territory. The governor of Kano is calling out on all clerics, calling out on parents, calling out on politicians to not be afraid, be sentimental, or be politically biased, that they should not shut their eye to this because the children end up suffering. The country become overpopulated with people who cannot cater for their own need. The government can only do so much, and this, starting with public sensitization, is the first step. The governor added that clerics should come up with ideas and strategies on how to reduce street begging in the state. He said, let parents amend their ways. Clerics should come out and preach, and the government would also do his best. A lot of netizens have also come out to air their complaints because this thing is a painful matter. He said tomorrow they will be blaming the government and fellow Southerners for their mass poverty. A netizen, Okechukwu, has come out to say that they have refused to let go of other Nigerians and they have refused to let these resources circulate because they keep giving birth in their numbers and keep getting married in their numbers. It is no news that these people are actually being religious, but in as much as they are following the laid down rules, in as much as they are not breaking any rule, wisdom, like I said earlier, is profitable to direct. Because food sweet, no mean say if poison dey inside, make you still chop am. If belle don full, mouth suppose close. If there is no food for you, at least consider. An IDP camp is a place where the government takes care of those who are internally displaced. If you are internally displaced, can you still marry up to 4 wives?